All right, so everyone deserves a massage in their shower. This is a massage panel made by VIGO, and what's awesome about it, it's a retrofit panel that will have a handheld sprayer and a rain shower head, but most importantly, it's gonna have some body sprays that will be able to massage you in the shower. And what's really awesome is that you can connect this to any one of your showers because all it is a connection point to your existing shower head. So we're gonna upgrade this towel, custom tiled shower, and install a VIGO massage panel. All right, so VIGO, it's been a company that I've been using for primarily their shower doors over the years, but I was really amazed by all the different products they also have for your bathroom. And they're all really well made. This is all real metal, brass fittings. It actually has a durable feel to it. Now they do make models that will actually have a valve incorporated into this. So if you just wanted to put a shower tower in and have the actual mixing valve where the water comes in and connects, you can do that as well. This particular model is a retrofit. You can adapt this onto your existing shower, basically just a port that your shower head connects to. Now, one thing you do want to pay attention to, you can see how long this thing actually is. I think this is 48 inches, 39 inches. So you have to pay attention to where your shower head is and where your existing valve is and make sure that this thing can actually fit. Majority of situations it can, but sometimes shower heads can be pretty low and you're gonna have a problem. Now there is a little bit of adjustment that we're gonna be able to make, and I'm gonna show you that here shortly. But just to go over the functions, you basically have an 8-inch rain shower head, or maybe this is 10-inch. Yeah, 8-inch rain shower head. You got your hand wand that you'll be able to use. And then again, you're gonna have your body sprays that you'll be able to connect, and this basically switches everything over. It's really simple on the connection point. As you can see, it has kind of like rubber hoses. This will connect basically to your shower head port, and this one will connect to the rain shower head that we're gonna be installing. So it's really, really simple. There's really not much to it. The only thing we have to do is install some brackets to be able to hang this thing on, and that's really it. So let's go ahead and get this started on here. Let's first put our shower head in, because that's one of the first steps. You want to be able to place this up and be able to make sure that it fits your height. So this really is pretty simple. It just has a locking nut and a rubber gasket. This suction plate goes on first. So you essentially just connect this into the back of the unit here, and you just thread on your locking nut. And in this guy, a little rubber gasket, and you sit in the back of this. So it just tightens on there. As long as that rubber gasket's on there, good. And in this guy is what's going to connect to your actual shower head. So let's go ahead and do that, but let's go ahead and put a shower head on. So you got your screen in here. It already has that rubber gasket on there. So as long as you have the rubber gasket, you're good to go. The gold, there we go. We basically have two adapters. We're going to figure out which one works for the actual shower head, but we're going to take out our existing shower head. All right, so these adapters really depends on how far back your actual port is for your shower head. So they have 1.5 inches. I believe this is 1.75 inches, and this must be a 2-inch. But really the important part about this is just having these threads. See, that one's gonna be pretty, by the time I thread that in, that's gonna be too close to the tile. I won't be able to thread on my adapter. So we're gonna go with the bigger one. This must be like 2.5. Yeah, 2.5. So whichever one comes out of the wall. You can come out of the wall a little bit, but we're gonna prepare this with some Teflon tape. So make sure you go clockwise with the rotation, 4 to 5 revolutions. Make sure it's flat, because when you thread this in, it's actually going to tighten with the actual thread. And then just put a little bit of pipe sealant. This gives you a little bit of extra insurance over top of that Teflon tape. You don't need a lot, but that will make sure it's sealed in there, because you're not going to be able to really see this connection point. So make sure it's threading in before you put some pliers on it. Okay, looks good. All right, so then this should be, the top of your shower head should be about 4 3/4 from that pipe. So we'll just put a little mark there, but you have plenty of flexibility there. You're limited to what this pipe is here. So you can actually go up. Yeah, you can actually go up. You just can't go down too much because of this. Basically, the length of this is where it's at. So this is about 4 3/4 from the middle of this to the top. So if we had this right at the top, that's not a bad point here. You want to be like 6 inches above your head. How high am I?
8.
8 inches. Mm-hmm. So something like that. I mean, you can even come down a little bit if you wanted to, but the height of this is going to be dictating you. So you can't come down too far, or you're not going to be able to connect your port to here. So if you came down too far, you're not going to be able to do it. So that's kind of your limit. We're just going to keep it. We're going to keep it 8 inches above my head, because I'm pretty happy with where that's at. And then you can see here I have this much room between here and the valve. So now this has a little bit of room, right? But I have like a nice vertical line here that I can just reference. But you would want to put some kind of level on it. But you do have fluctuation here. The bar that this holds on to has about 1 inch of overhang on either side. So even if you're a little bit off left or right, you're going to be fine. But that's basically where we need to screw this in. .25 5/8. This is 1/4 inch. Biggest thing about this, if you want this to last, is you have to keep the blade cold. If this gets too hot and turns red hot, it basically just ruins the entire bit, and these things are a good $20. So have a cup of water, try to keep this cool so that you can actually get, you know, all the function you can out of it. Prepare this, put a little bit of Teflon tape on this. So this guy, again, you want to have this little rubber gasket on there. Yeah, so this clip is too high. There's no way I'm getting it on there. So now see how I'm hitting this pipe. Yeah, it should be all right then. I should be able to lift this up. There we go. All right. So you can see how this can be moved over a little bit to center things. But yeah, now it's in there. Okay, so for the handheld, make sure you have your little screen in here. This will just connect right to a little shower wand. Okay, and then this guy, just want to put your little rubber gasket in there. And this, you can pretty much put this kind of where you want. So this has a little sleeve that this holds on to, so if you wanted to put it over here, you could. Or do you think it makes sense? I don't even know.
right there.
Does that look right, or?
Yeah, maybe closer. Yeah, there you go. That looks better.
Oh, there we go.
Whew. Cold, hot.
So hot. Wow. Can't believe that thing's doing that well, actually. That's cool. So you can push these up or down. Why is that still so hot? There we go. So it only does one function at a time. Huh. So there's a... Alright. I mean, I guess if you had it both functions at the same time, it would take too much water away from each one. So it really depends on how many gallons per minute your system will hold. But it's nice. It's nice to have these options. Cool. You just have to show it off at the main valve. It's a fun little accessory. I definitely think it'd be something cool to add on to your existing system for sure.